Yeah. Eager to get you.
Yeah, I was just talking about this year, how it went, my thoughts for the OHL, and your basic questions that I guess you'd expect to get. But I thought it was great. I thought, as a team, I think we got knocked out a little bit earlier than we wanted to. And, from a personal standpoint, I think I had a little bit more offense in my game, which was definitely a big goal in mind going into the season.
Had to be great playing with Boone Jenner and Scott Lawton. What did it mean to your game this season?
Well, I was with Boone all year, and, you could see from his stats alone, Boone is a great player, obviously, and he made it a lot easier for me out there. But we had a lot of chemistry in the beginning, and he was a great leader for us, so I was definitely fortunate to be on his line.
Can you make the comparison from NCAA hockey to the Ontario Hockey League, and maybe how last year was a good stepping stone for what you want to achieve in the next couple of years?
Yeah, I think last year, as far as a stepping stone goes, I think it was great for me just down low, using my body, using my frame, being physical for my line mates and kind of opening things up. Being a freshman in college, I think it was an adjustment period for me. Guys are bigger, stronger, 22, 23, but at the same time, they're, physically more ready, I think, for the pro level. I do find that in the Ontario Hockey League and in the CHL in general, I think there's a lot of individual talent that you see more so.
How do you think you fared against those bigger guys?
Oh, I think I did well. Being a bigger guy myself, I think it was an opportunity for me to, to be challenged, and it was good. It was, I had to use different parts of my game. I became very steady defensively, could kill penalties, and it gave me an opportunity to try all sorts of parts of my games.
What did it mean to you to play in Oshawa, given the fact that your dad played there and your dad was such a star player?
Yeah, that was definitely pretty special. I think it kind of kicked in. My first year last year we had a barbecue in the very beginning, and somebody handed me the same jersey they had my dad sign, and that was definitely something that meant a lot to me.
And did you run into people during the course of the year who had stories about your dad? Were they constantly bringing it up to you?
There were a few times, home games, absolutely. Yeah, there was they had the fam club, the booster club actually, that the same people that were there when my dad was there. So just goes to show how good of fans they have there.
I think if your dad is your size, he gets more than a dozen games with the Philadelphia Flyers. Would you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I think even just skating with him these past couple weeks, he still got it. So if I could have had half the stuff he had back then.
What do you envision for next season?
Pardon me?
What do you envision for next season?
Well, I'm just gonna go in the mindset, try to make the Toronto Maple Leafs and go from there. I think I'm just gonna take it a camp at a time and not think too far ahead.
How close do you think you are to that?
Well, it's hard to say. You want to have that confidence to say you're going to be able to make the team and to be an impact. But at the same time, we're all of us here. We're all young guys, and if you don't want to look too far ahead.
You made a big impact off the first face-off of last year's summer development camp. Anything up your sleeve this time?
No, I think that was just a spur-of-the-moment thing. So whatever happens, happens.
What did it say for your confidence at the World Junior Championships, given the situations you were put in at critical times of the game, especially in that gold medal game?
Yeah, that was from a defensive part of my game and from, I guess, the special teams with the penalty kill. That was a huge confidence booster for me, and to be relied on that in that situation, that meant a lot to me. And Coach knew that, and he still, relied on me out there. So I definitely appreciated that.
I'd imagine too, knowing that if you ever do arrive here at the Leafs, you've got to be as well-rounded as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I would take advantage of any opportunity given, and whether it's PK or, whatever it may be, I'd definitely take it.
Leafs just signed David Clarkson. Do you look at a guy like that and say, that's the type of player I'd like to be, producer, tough guy?
Right, absolutely. I think, he's a great power forward. He's a right winger. He's a guy that physically dominated and played with grit, but, you look at him this past couple years, and he's really put the numbers up as well. So to be well-rounded like that is definitely a goal.
Do you take the gold medal out much to look at, or?
I think my mom's still trying to do something with it, so yeah. We'll see soon.
You mentioned Clarkson there. Clarkson's considered a Randy Carlyle type. I suspect you probably consider yourself a Randy Carlyle type. Is that something that gives you a little bit of confidence and a good thing, I guess?
Yeah, I think so at the back of my mind, but at the same time, there's a lot of power forwards out there, and I gotta do a lot more things to get to the next level. So
this interview's gone a lot better than your first one 2 years ago.
It was going to come eventually, that comment, but yeah, it has. Probably because we haven't done the Wingate yet.
There you go.
Yeah.